Squeaker defeated Allie. We just completed our final 4, which saw Tessa Blanchard defeat Emma by 4 votes. And then Thunder Rosa, in a surprising landslide, defeat Rosemary 224 to 134. Setting up our finals of Tessa Blanchard versus Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa going for her second in 3 years, and Tessa, of course, her first. Now, let me tell you the power of social media and how wrestlers have used social media as a very, very important tool. Okay? And I say this not even in a joking way. Okay? If you're an independent wrestler and you're not using social media as the backbone of yourself, whether it's promoting yourself, getting the word out about yourself, posting videos, photos, promos, whatever it is, you want to call it whoring yourself out, whatever, because you're in the business to make money. You need bookings. That's how you make money. Now, I also use this as a tool to get the word out for Damage 365 Radio and Damage 365 Promotions. I also get the word out when I need things. When I was running softball for 30 years, needed players. Social media was a big way of recruiting players. Whether it was networking through other people who played for you, who can get other people in touch with, whatever the case may be. Okay? Now, you heard some of the scores. A lot of the scores were 55 to 22, 35 to 30, 31 to 15, 69 to 28. Okay? And then you have someone like Thunder Rosa who has a huge, and I mean huge, social media presence. Whether it's on Snapchat, on Twitter, Facebook, doing her Facebook Lives, on Instagram. Huge presence in social media. Okay? By the time round number 1 was completed with her, she advanced to the second round by because she was an automatic winner. Her first scores were 69 to 28. Okay? Then she started sharing the polls. That 69 jumped to 186 in the second round. Her opponent had 28, but in the next round with Deonna Purrazzo, that jumped to 86. So not only is she promoting herself and obviously having her fans vote for her in the poll, but other fans who are fans of Deonna Purrazzo in this case were able to vote that didn't know about the poll. That 186 in the Final Four jumped to 224, and her opponent's score jumped from 86 to 134. So again, an increase on both ends for each one. Comparatively speaking, Tessa Blanchard went from 38 votes, we'll start with round 1, 44 votes to 38 votes to 89 votes down to 34 votes. So this tells you how important sharing stuff, whether you think it's silly, it means nothing in the long run, whatever, but this is to get the word out about you. So I posted the finals, which was Tessa Blanchard versus Thunder Rosa, an hour ago, right before we went on the show. Okay, so it's 8:04 now, Eastern Standard Time. It was probably around 20 to 7 I posted this. So we're going on, an hour and 16 minutes that this is posted. After the first 20 minutes, when we're about to get on the air, that finals voting had Tessa Blanchard up 65 to 35% after 36 votes. Okay, no big deal, right? Hour and 16 minutes later, the votes are at 344, make that 345 total votes, with Thunder Rosa now leading 68% to 32%. Which means out of that 345, she has 235 votes to Tessa's 110. Okay, this is in the first hour. This poll runs for 5 days. This is in the first hour. Okay, the one on Twitter, which, let's say, just happened, just went up at the same time. Okay, sorry, trying to pull it up. But 2 votes went up in the first 20 minutes. Thunder Rosa reshared it on Twitter, and that's up to 47 votes, with Thunder Rosa leading away at 72%. So this is the power of social media. Again, I plead with you, if you're an independent wrestler, if you're a talent just leaving mainstream, that you're back on independent, you need to get the word out. Social media is your friend. Yes, people have used social media to bitch and to whine, show their political views, religion, shit on other people about sexual orientation and stuff like that, all right? That's not what it should be for. Social media means exactly what it is. It's a form of media that you're supposed to reach out socially to other people, and this is why you should be doing it. And this is how you should be using it. And another perfect example of that is Tessa Blanchard is on TV. Okay, she is the Impact Knockouts champion. Thunder Rosa is an internationally known independent star that works for Lucha Underground. Okay, she's on TV, but a different form of TV that's pre-recorded, as is Impact, but Impact's on a network. But the numbers are so drastically different. And I can tell you exactly why. Right now, Thunder Rosa has shared on social media. Tessa has not. Will she? I don't know. If this happens, maybe we get a whole avalanche of Tessa voters that come on here and check it out. But right now you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Damage365. And you can vote right now if you're not friends with Thunder Rosa already, which means you probably already saw the posts go up. And since I mentioned it to you, that 345 votes, that 345 votes has now increased to 357. So this is what I'm talking about. This is how quick the things have gone up. So social media, whether you're a wrestling promotion, whether you're a wrestler yourself, or a wrestling promoter bringing in talent. And this is where I differ from and I'm using air quotes, the old school wrestling promoters and vendors who like to pat each other in the back and say how long they've been doing things, because we all know my opinion on who cares about how long you've been doing things. Because if you're still doing things the way you were doing in 1995, you're not doing it correctly. Because if I don't turn on my computer and see a post from you about who you're bringing in and how you're promoting them at least 5 times a day, you're doing it wrong. And you're taking money out of your own pocket. You want to argue with me that I'm wrong? Not going to happen, because you would be 1,000% wrong. And there are so many studies, so many algorithms, so many statistics that back up everything that I'm saying about social media. If I don't turn on my computer and put on my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, and I don't see your talent being advertised at least 5 times a day, you are failing as a promoter, and you are taking money out of your own pocket. And it's nobody else's fault but your own. I am one of those people that advertises through the roof, because that's what it's all about. It's about making money. Not saying that you are about making money. Not saying that you made money. Not saying that you're making bank when you actually didn't make anything. It's about actual physically making money. So I don't want to hear no more about the old school and who's new and who's the newbies and the new school. It doesn't matter. Guess what? School's out, my friends. It's all about now. I don't care if you've been doing this 5 minutes. I don't care if you've been doing it for 50 years. If you're not consistently making money, I don't care how long you've been doing it. You're doing it wrong. Okay, and you can sit here and tell me how much money you make. I don't believe half the people anyway. If you're out there boasting on Facebook about how much money you make, you're just saving face because you didn't make any money. Because nobody who makes money is bragging about it. Why? Why would you brag about it? You don't need to. The line in front of your table speaks volumes without anybody saying an actual word. So, why would you go and brag about having a prosperous, I can't even remember some of the stupid words that were brought up the last convention, which was some of the people that were posting stuff. It was just humorous when I'm looking around and there is nobody in front of their tables for 4 hours. Their talent is walking around, hugging other talent, shaking hands and catching up on, old school stories. How are they making money? How are you making money when your talent is walking around? You're not. So, the whole archaic philosophy from 20 years ago plus doesn't work in the year 2018 and will not work coming in 2019. If you want lessons on how to promote your talent, give me a call, because I'll bring you through Marketing 101 and I'll show you how it's done. And I'll show you an algorithm on how to reach out to your fan base on Facebook using Facebook as a tool the correct way. Because nobody can ever say that they don't see posts of Damage 365 promotions at least 10 times a day on their Facebook feeds, regardless if you have 5,000 friends or 5 friends. So, obviously, you're not doing it right. So, well, anyway, that's the end of the show. I want to thank, again, Nick from Captain's Corners and Chad from a two-man power trip of wrestling, and Joe would be of Warriors of Wrestling, as those votes continue to come in. We're going into the 360s already. I mean, this is ridiculous in a good way. Ridiculous in a good way. So, that's about it, folks. As always, I hope that you, please, help control the nitwit population and have your friends spayed or neutered. On behalf of my entire staff, and of course my sponsors, we want to wish you a happy rest of your day, and we will see you next week right here on the Indie Super Show.
To see